What is up, guys? This is Godzilla Suplex, and welcome to today's episode of UFC Zilla, where we'll be going over one of the most anticipated women's strawweight matchups of the year, Joanna Jędrzejczyk versus Michelle Waterson. But before I do that, please hit that subscribe button, also hit the notification bell so you get a notification every time I make a video. So guys, let's get into this. Because of all the women's fights this year, I think this one has to be the most compelling, next to Cyborg versus Amanda Nunes last year. I mean, this is an absolutely monster matchup that's going on live television on ESPN Plus, and it just mind blows me. Like, guys, not even on pay-per-view, we're getting a phenomenal matchup between the woman that is going to probably be in contention for the first UFC mother ever, and then we have another strawweight woman who is the former champion trying to reclaim her throne after failing to capture the flyweight title. And this is the matchup of the year. This is going to set everything that's about to happen in motion for the division. And Michelle Waterson wins, Joanna Jędrzejczyk probably faces Jessica Andrade in a rematch, and whoever wins gets to fight Weili Chang, and it's just going to be out of this world because all three of these matchups, you know, whoever wins between this one and then the next fight is going to be absolutely stellar. Even the one who loses is going to get a phenomenal matchup against the loser and former champion Jessica Andrade. But now let's get into the matchup at hand. What is the fire goals for these two women? We're going to start off with the up and coming woman, the karate hottie Michelle Waterson, what she needs to do to win this fight. And it's going to be a very, very tricky one against a former champion like Joanna Jędrzejczyk, which her movement is absolutely stellar and her striking is absolutely A-class. So for Michelle Waterson, I think she's gonna have to stick a little bit close to Joanna Jędrzejczyk, maybe eat one punch coming in and try to hit her in the body, you know, because out of all the things great Joanna Jędrzejczyk does, we have seen a massive improvement in Michelle Waterson, and the key to this matchup is do what she's been doing. Get right up close to the women, hit him inside with sharp punches, and try to avoid Joanna Jędrzejczyk's punches, and really try to use her lower body to her advantage. We've seen many times where she would just ridiculously take down girls with her large hips, like literally just throw her over her body to the ground and be able to keep them there. And I think that's what's going to propel her to victory in this fight, keeping it technical and using her physical advantages to take her down, much in the same way that she's done these other women, and try and nullify her accurate striking. I think it's the key to victory for Michelle Waterson. She's very athletic, very different from any other person in that division. The only person that really reminds me of her, and that's not even her takedown game, is Weili Chang, the strawweight women's champion. So now, what is the path to victory for Joanna Jędrzejczyk? I think it is very simple. Keep it on the feet, keep it a distance away, constantly move around, and make sure you can keep all physical contact between her and Michelle Waterson to a minimum. Use your clutch game when you are up against her on the cage. You know, use knees to make sure she cannot get a hold of you, and if she does, she has to pay the price with the knees, and really cancel out a lot of her options to get inside and use her physical advantages against you. Make a purely stand-up match where you're using your length to a decision victory. So now, what are some of the scenarios that we can expect in this highly anticipated matchup? Starting off with, even though in this matchup, you know, they're very technical, they're very tight, there still is the chance that one gets over the other. So now let's go into the first scenario, where what happens if Michelle Waterson gets knocked down in that first round, because Joanna Jędrzejczyk usually goes for the kill. You know, she gives what is given to her, but she's a very gifted striker, and if she's able to knock down Michelle Waterson, we can come to a conclusion that she will have a tough time winning the fight, because when Joanna Jędrzejczyk knocks you down the first round, here's what it means. It means that you're going to have to be more careful going forward to try and catch up with her in the scorecard. She's going to keep you off, and she's going to take a more defensive approach, constantly punishing you for trying to come in the inside with her. So then after that knockdown of aggression, of course, for the rest of the first round, she's trying to go for the kill. But then once she gets back to her corner, she's going to revert back to a points fighter and try to finish off the match. And if you lend yourself open, then she will get back in attack mode. So coming from behind, I think it would be nearly impossible for Michelle Waterson to pull out the victory. But if we flip it on its head, on its head, what am I saying? If we flip it backwards, what do we have? We have Michelle Watson potentially catching, Joanna Jacek off guard. And I know a lot of people will not, lend themselves to that idea. But we got to think, Joanna's weight cuts are hard. And she publicly said that. In her loss against Rose Namajunas, she was not really good on her weight cutting. So her weight cuts vary on how much damage she can take because they have been rough in recent matches. So there is a possibility that Michelle Watson can hit her very hard and take her off guard from her game and potentially even knock her out, because we know Michelle Watson is going to be on. She's had really great weight cuts from what I've seen, and from her performances in the ring, she's going to bring it. The question is, which Joanna Jacek are we going to see? Are we going to see a properly nourished Joanna? Or are we going to see the one against Rose Namajunas? And really the only difference is some of her pacing and stamina, and most of all, her attack durability. Is she going to be able to eat those punches? Is she going to be able to exert that energy to get physical? And let's not forget, this is a 5-round fight. So this is going to have to be really, really, tough on both fighters as far as physicality. So the weight cut really comes into it. Let's just take another scenario, for example. Okay, what if they're neck and neck? In a neck and neck fight, who would you take, Joanna Jacek or this new karate hottie, Michelle Watson? And in a close fight with both of them at the peak of their physical forms and what they bring to the table, I would have to barely edge out to Joanna Jacek because of her experience, because of her skill. But I would also have to say this. Okay, Michelle Watson is in the peak of her physical form. She can take down, just women with ease, throwing her over her back. She's like a really a female ninja, the way she operates in there, and no woman has been able to put up with it. And when I look at Joanna's physical form, it doesn't really look like it's gonna be able to counter when they get up in those clinches. It's not gonna be just easy like she does with the other girls. If I had to make a prediction, I'm gonna actually give it to Michelle Watson. Between the shaky weight cuts of Joanna Jacek and the physicality and just absolute animality of Michelle Watson, I just don't see how Joanna Jacek can win this matchup if she does not get to that good head start, really start, putting up rounds against Michelle Watson. But guys, leave what you think in the comment section below. Who you think gonna win, Michelle Watson or Joanna Jacek? Leave that in the comment section below, and also leave in the comment section below, how is it going to be finished, by submission, stoppage, or decision? Leave that in the comment section. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, also the notification bell, so you get a notification every time I make a video. And this has been the best Gojira in UFC news and predictions. Sign off, guys. See y'all next time.